Hey people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 2 of SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. Last time, Plankton tried to steal the Krabby Patty formula once again by building an army of robots. However, he forgot to make them obey him, so they threw him out of the chum bucket and started rampaging around town. No doubt because they, as beings of the Matrix, fear Patrick and seek to destroy him. So we learned the basic mechanics, and now we're ready to go to Jellyfish Fields, our first location. So anyways, Jellyfish Fields, basically, it's your standard first level. We're basically very straightforward, and it's more about just teaching you about the basics that we're going to be seeing in levels going forward.
The rolling green hills of Jellyfish Fields, a place to experience nature at its most raw, and sometimes a bit tender from the stings.
Get him, robot! Go, go, go! Roast that beta male!
Squidward, are you okay?
No, I'm not okay, you barnacle head. Do I look like I'm okay?
And then Patrick walks in. To me, it actually looks like an improvement, Squidward.
Well, your nose does look pretty big. I mean, bigger than usual because it's usually pretty big. And you look clammy. And oh my gosh, you're bald!
I've always been bald, but now I'm stung all over.
Well, according to the Jellyfisher Field Manual, severe jellyfish stings can be treated effectively by applying a thick layer of King Jellyfish Jelly to the affected areas. King Jellyfish?
Well, I guess you're off to scale Spork Mountain and die a horrible death under the vicious tentacles of King Jellyfish. I'll stay here, balled up here in excruciating pain.
You do that! Don't worry, Squidward. I'll bring back that King Jellyfish Jelly for you to rub all over yourself.
And then Patrick just, what the hell, SpongeBob? See, this is why you gotta stay clear from Squidward. He's absolutely a bad influence for you, just like Sandy.
Ow, so out did you find the King Jelly fish yet?
Okay, so anyways,
Just my size.
we have jellyfish, basic enemies, along with these robots. Those robots right there, basically, they're like the Goombas of this game, where basically they'll rush you, and they'll try to do a little attack. Thankfully, it takes them a while to wind up, so with that in mind, just swipe at them. Anyways, this is goo. SpongeBob and Patrick can't swim, so don't let them fall in the goo, basically. Though, funnily enough, we can also play as Sandy, and she gets harmed by the goo as well, even though it is confirmed that Sandy can swim. So basically, if you jump in goop, it will be like Water in the Sly series, where basically you get launched back. However, if you basically land in goop twice in a short time period, or you're too far out, SpongeBob will instantly die. Anyways, teleportation box, the imagination box. You open up to a pair, and you can warp around. So anyways, with that said, levels are a lot more lucrative than Bikini Bottom to getting just shiny objects. In fact, Jellyfish Fields contains one of my favorite areas for farming, which I'll show off. So anyways, let's just break all we can. The more shiny objects we get now, the better.
Fish today, I'm going fishing for
So basically, this will teach you about the underwear. If you smack a robot into another robot, you can actually combo off each other. And as you saw right there, we have a bit of a combo meter. When you basically destroy enough objects in a short span, basically, whether they be enemies or crates, you get basically just different levels. The higher you get, the more you'll actually get shiny objects off of it, with the amount increasing as you destroy more objects. So anyways, basically, I've always loved this area as a first level, because basically it's just so upbeat, it's just so lax. It feels like the kind of place you could go to and just rest for a day. Okay, so anyways, Yeah, as you saw right there, we got a little bit extra for that combo. Yeah, basically, you don't get... To be honest, it's actually pretty hard to get a solid combo string, because the combo does not carry over for an extended period amount of time, basically. Period amount of time, yes. I have such a way with words. Okay, anyways, you may think, oh hey, I could jump into that gold spatula. No, you cannot. There's a death barrier down there. The only way for you to grab that gold spatula without having to deal with the death barrier would be doing a glitch that involves you activating a taxi while basically Hans is taking you away, which in turn disables the death barrier, allowing you to do a bunch of interesting things. So anyways, let's pay our first toll, our first of many tolls. Seriously, I would be surprised if Mr. Krabs was setting up these tolls. That crustaceous cheapskate just absolutely trying to screw us over. This is a checkpoint. If you are defeated after activating a checkpoint, you will restart the checkpoint, instead of at the beginning of the area. So anyways, just checkpoints are pretty seamless in this game. Basically, often or not, basically, you have to take note of just when you're passing by one, because it just feels so seamless. Okay, so anyways, for this area right here, we are introduced to Freezy Fruit. Basically, only Patrick can use it, and by throwing it in water, Patrick can walk across it, thereby allowing him to pick up objects that basically he wouldn't normally be able to reach. However, you can get hit by enemies. However, basically with this instance, you can basically trick out the game. Because basically, you don't have, as long as you collect a sock or a spatula, it counts as being collected, basically. It doesn't matter if you die right after. So anyways, basically just bounce right there. And fail! Yeah, here I am trying to look cool and it's like, fail! Fail! Okay, so anyways. Jump. And there we go.
I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready.
And we're back. No issue whatsoever. Thankfully, this is right next to the checkpoint, so now we don't have to actually backtrack to do this as Patrick. Okay, so anyways, let's head over here, because we're going to have access to another sock pretty soon. Okay, so basically, go over here, slam on this switch, and we get to an area that actually does have a bit of, that actually does hold a soft spot in my heart. Weirdly enough, this one little island, you want to know why? You want to know why this island is special to me? Because this island is what convinced me to buy the game. I kid you not, basically. Back in the day, I saw a commercial for this game. They jumped off this platform, and that's what sold me on this game. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. That is so cool. I want to play the game. It's in this vibrant field. It's so cool. So anyways, now we get to just do some dodging. Just, by the way, jellyfish, they don't really appear that much in the game. Basically, all the enemies, with the exception of those jellyfish, are robots. So basically, just 100% robophobia in this game. It's not like the movie game where there was a wide variety of enemies in terms of looks.
Wow, a bungee jump for a golden spatula. I must be in heaven.
Yeah, though, you'd think that after the last time SpongeBob had an encounter with a hook, basically, he'd be freaking out. Anyways, this is a bungee hook. SpongeBob can bungee from it. To bungee from a bungee hook, just jump and touch it. And then basically you die with the square button, the S or the X button if you're playing the PS2 version. So basically, pretty much every level in this game has a bungee point. Though there are some exceptions to this rule. Yeah, so basically, just dive down, grab the gold spatula, and you are done. Yeah, as you can see, you can actually see just distant areas. For example, over there, let me turn the camera. Come on. Come on. I want to turn the camera. SpongeBob, I don't want you staring into my soul. Anyways, over there, downtown Bikini Bottom, SpongeBob's neighborhood, Sand Mountain, and you could actually see a bit of the Chum Bucket, basically from other areas. So anyways, let's get going.
Ow! You said it, Gary.
So anyways, just hit the button. There is something satisfying about pushing buttons in this game. I don't know why, there's just something fulfilling about it. Okay. Yeah, but really, this song right here, I love it. It energizes me. It makes me want to explore. You want to hear a sad thing? It took me about 3 or so years after this game was released to finally understand the pun behind the hammer enemy. I kid you not. Anyways, these guys, as you can guess, they give off more shiny objects than the standards. So basically, don't be afraid to take them down. Don't be afraid to kill as many robots as you can. They give you money. Just Kibo would be absolutely raging at this. Yeah, basically, just the whole point of this game, fighting robots. Okay, so anyways, let's go over here. We can't actually, fun fact, you can't actually get all the socks here just right away. How is that a fun fact? That's just a fact, basically. You're going to need to you won't be able to get 2 of the socks in this game on your first run. Instead, basically, you're going to have to come back later on. Thankfully, this is the first level, so it's not going to be that difficult for us to get back here. So anyways, let's get going. Go, go, go. And another thing, enemies can actually kill each other. So basically, don't be afraid to use to turn the enemies against each other if you're in a crowded area. Okay, so anyways, let's just smash these tikis up. Just another place for you to practice your upward attack. And to be reminded what goo is. Yeah, basically as if the other sign wasn't effective enough. Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, really, it is cool to see the game rewarding you for basically just hitting robots against each other and getting sick combos off of it. Yeah, with the hammers, basically, don't be afraid to get aggressive on them. But if you see the hammer about to go down, just jump out of the way. No harm in playing hit and run with these robots. Okay, so anyways, let's jump over here to Jellyfish Rock, where we get another sock, as well as a glimpse of just what's holding these bungee hooks up. Okay, so let's just get moving. Yeah, if you're on a teeter-totter like that, don't be afraid to just jump like mad. It makes it where it's less likely to go down. Yeah, just robot. Yeah, it's kind of funny though, just how this level is just basically making me think of Danganronpa V3. What between Kibo and his robophobia and seesaw mechanics. The machine huffing and bumping over there is a Duplicatotron 1000. The D1000 will continue to create robots until it's destroyed. Be careful though, it goes out with a big bang. Though one thing about the Duplicatotrons, there is a limit to them, basically. They will not produce more, basically, they have 1 or 2 robots associated with them. So just as long as you don't destroy the robots, it will not spawn in more. So just keep that in mind, and also stay away because it will explode.
Sometimes pushing a simple button is the most satisfying. Push, 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 push.
And with that, we are officially done with the first area of Jellyfish Fields. SpongeBob, please stop staring into my soul.
your comics and toys and mail?
Yeah, just now I can't help but imagine SpongeBob stealing Mermaid Man's magazine subscriptions.
Huh? What? Oh, yeah, it's that Sponge Kid. And now, what was I supposed to tell you?
That Patrick is surrounded by robots and needs my help.
Huh? Oh, no. I think it had something to do with massaging my feet.
Well, if massaging your feet will save Patrick, then massage I must.
Help! They're making me hit myself!
Oh no, SpongeBob! Help! They're now making me pay taxes! They're making me pay my taxes, SpongeBob! The IRS finally caught up to me!
Massaging your feet isn't working. I think I'd better try a more direct approach.
By clipping my toenails?
Here I come, Patrick!
Speaking of which, just recently I found out that there's a difference between fingernail clippers and toenail clippers. Yeah, for so long I was using fingernail clippers on my toes. I was feeling that was painful. I'm like, why does this hurt so much? But then I actually discovered toenail clippers. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so much better. So anyways, let's jump over here. Grab a sock. And time our jump right. And grab another one. Yeah, but basically, with the slide theme in this game, the slide theme has no right to be as good as it is. Seriously, this song is just great.
Here I come, Patrick!
Seriously, that song is just so badass. And to think it's a SpongeBob game. Seriously, if you were to play that song just on its own, you would not think SpongeBob with that. But that just goes to show you just how much love was put into this game. Not to mention this theme right here, the mini-boss theme. Yeah, just really, this sounds like something you'd hear at a rave. You know, if I ever opened up a dance club or the like, I would play this song every night. This song would be a constant. You know, that would be a pretty cool idea. Just a video game dance club. Just a nerd retreat of sorts, you know? Okay, so anyways, for this section, all you need to do is basically hit 3 buttons and you're good to go. And you've saved Patrick, who's just standing there. Okay, so anyways, let's get a move on. And the final one.
I feel like a new sponge.
Okay, so anyways, let's go over to Patrick. Don't rush it, because otherwise there is a good chance you could die from this area.
Hey, SpongeBob.
Whew! Thank goodness you're safe, Pat.
Well, of course, SpongeBob. Why wouldn't I be?
Well, the robots and the...
Oh yeah, I found this for you. I don't know what it is, but it looks important.
Thanks, Patrick. I tell you what, all that running around has left me pooped. Why don't you continue on for a bit?
Okay.
Oh yeah, real nice SpongeBob. Here I was being held hostage, but just... Oh, well, we have to accommodate you, SpongeBob. This is your world after all. No one cares about Patrick. No one cares about my stances and beliefs.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Okay. So anyways, it's kind of funny though how basically Patrick, he gives you the golden spatula, but then you collect it as Patrick. Anyways, as you can probably guess, Patrick plays very differently from SpongeBob. Basically, for one thing, Patrick has no aerial attack. Sure, he has his belly bash, which is a pretty decent attack, not as good as SpongeBob's roundabout, but hey, it gets the job done. He can't attack in the air, he has nothing for verticality, pretty much. Just there are options, but they are limited. Though if you do jump and hit the circle button, Patrick has an enhanced version of SpongeBob Slam, where not only can it has a greater reach, but it can also stun larger enemies. Though Patrick's main mechanic is, this is a throw fruit. Patrick can pick up throw fruit and throw it. Throw fruit will push buttons, destroy tikis, or damage robots. But use it quickly, because throw fruit wilts after a few seconds. So basically, pick up this watermelon, run it over, and if you can target an object, you'll see those little hands. Throw it there, and you're good to go. By the way, if you basically are carrying an object while you interact with a sign, it will cause the object to be destroyed. Patrick can also pick up and throw tikis, but only tikis that don't have other tikis stacked on top of them. So basically grab this tiki, and while this tiki will not decay, you can hold it as long as you want. Basically, it will break after one use. Though really, just Patrick is nothing compared to the Murray, seriously. Murray would absolutely just trash this world. Basically, especially if he had the Atlas Strength ability. Patrick has no Atlas Strength. This is a bus stop. You may switch between playing between SpongeBob or Patrick at the bus stops. So basically, one thing about Patrick that has always stuck out in my mind is the fact that this game was just, the developers were really proud of the fact that Patrick could beat up people, because basically, on the back of the game cover, one of the first images you see is of Patrick harassing a guy, just belly bashing a guy, and I love it. Patrick can throw fruit up steps, then climb the steps, pick up the fruit, and throw it again. But you better hurry before it wilts. So basically, pick up the fruit, throw the fruit, pick up the fruit, throw the fruit. And right there's a teeter-totter. Only Patrick can use them, and he does it by throwing fruit at them. He has mastered the art of the teeter-totter. Oh my gosh, and I just realized Patrick has a sister! just Danganronpa 3 playing through Patrick's head. Correctio's theme is playing through Patrick's head. This is a special Patrick teeter-totter that only Patrick can use. Have Patrick pick up a throw fruit, stand on the pink starfish side, and then throw the fruit at the target side. Patrick will then be flung across the other side of the lake. And boom. Okay, so anyways, this right here is a Thunder Tiki. It essentially operates in the same sort of fashion as TNT works in a Crash game. This is a Thunder Tiki. When Patrick touches it, it will begin to storm, and after a few seconds, will go boom. Don't be near it when it goes boom. Though, they can be pretty good weapons for Patrick. Patrick can pick up a Thunder Tiki and throw it just like other Tikis, but he had better hurry and throw it fast. And boom. And by doing that, we can actually jump across to this side of the river again. So if you want to head back, feel free to do so. Okay, so anyways, let's get going. And a wonderful interaction between Patrick and Plankton.
Watch where you're going.
Seriously, this is one of my favorites in the game.
Rock is talking to me. Almighty Rock, I am at your command.
Down here, you big pink lummox.
Oh, hi there, Mr. Plankton. Are you going to vaporize me today?
So very tempting. Unfortunately, I found myself in the undesirable position of having to assist you.
I was in an undesirable position yesterday, and now my neck hurts.
Let's just say it involved one of my socks, as well as pictures of Mindy.
Heed my words, my large future minion. Go into Jellyfish Cave. Follow the instructions on the signs that you see. At the end of the caves, you'll still be a big pink idiot, but you'll know enough to help defeat the robots and get me back into the chum bucket.
Well, then will you vaporize me?
I might spare your life so I can force you to work in my sweatshop, making low-quality design and knockoff wallets.
Just that one line of basically Plankton could be using the sweatshops for anything, but he's just settling on knockoff designer wallets.
Oh, thank you.
If you jump up in the air and press the circle button, Patrick will slam down on the ground, damaging Tikis or pressing buttons below him. Yeah, basically back to that undesirable position. It involved my couch that SpongeBob cruelly destroyed. So, you know, now that I think about it, basically, Patrick is the ultimate counter to Plankton. Because seriously, every time Plankton and Patrick interact, basically, Patrick absolutely owns that situation. Whether it's the Fry Cook games in which Patrick was practically carrying Plankton, and then basically you get it where just the chum is fun debacle, where basically just where Patrick was absolutely owning the chum bucket at that point. Patrick was basically the sole reason why the chum bucket was even thriving there. Oh. So anyways, with that, you just gotta be close up. So anyways, remember, Patrick can throw fruit, pick it up, and then throw it again before it wilts. Thank you for teaching us this game. We could never have figured it out. Okay, so anyways, grab those shinies. Underwear will carry over for other characters. So basically, even though it's SpongeBob's underwear, well, Patrick can wear it. Patrick can stretch out the elastic waistband and basically can absolutely ruin it. Though frankly, I'll be honest with you, SpongeBob's underwear's a little small in more ways than one. Yeah, for this section of the game, basically, just don't be afraid to just run through it. Just don't be afraid to just absolutely rush the gauntlet. Okay, so anyways, let's get some more shinies. Yeah, I've always liked the look of this cave. Basically, just it has all the pros of a cave, but none of the downsides. It's got that cozy vibe, but yet it's not claustrophobic. It's dim, but yet it's not dark. Yeah, one thing I do have to say about this game, though, basically, one downside I have, that I have a gripe with, is that the invincibility frames, they're not exactly merciful. Basically, it's very easy to get comboed if you basically get caught unawares. Okay, so come on. We want to hit that. We want to hit that Thunder Tiki. Come on, boom. Kaboom. Exactly, kaboom, Patrick. Okay, so basically, this is a pressure plate. Put an object down on it, or stand on one, and, well, stuff will happen. Okay, anyways, I just want to make sure we weren't missing anything. Okay, so anyways, throw fruit. They can be used as, basically, platforms. So anyways, first off, let's put this down. Now, before we head forward, we're going to want to turn around. And there we are. I think I may have missed out on... Oh, right, I missed out on a sock. And we can go back for it later. We'll be going back to the first area anyway, so we can easily pick up that sock when we're leaving. Okay, so anyways, we're just going to head over here. Failed to throw fruit, apparently. And let's head down. Patrick also has a slide animation, though it's lacking compared to SpongeBob's. I mean, SpongeBob's just so iconic with the tongue board. Life is extreme as you want to make it. Yeah, basically, if you're not careful, you can actually just fling yourself into the water. Anyways, freezy fruit. Throw, as I stated earlier, throw in the water and you freeze it over. And they say that global warming's a problem. It's a myth created by the government in order to scam you at your tax dollars, SpongeBob. Everyone knows that. Okay, so anyways, let's get going. Okay, perfect timing. So basically, this is teaching us about the combat mechanics of Patrick, basically. These little guys, instant kill. Bash you. And throw fruit can also be used to destroy robots and machines. So don't be afraid to take advantage of it. Though personally, Patrick's standard attack set is more than good enough. If you stun a robot like that, basically a bigger robot like the hammer, you can pick him up and then chuck him away. So basically, let's just stun you. Okay, pick you up. And Patrick is immune to explosions while he's collecting the spatula. That is because I am the peak masculine form of SpongeBob. I am the epitome of natural selection, SpongeBob. I am the bull in the china shop that is the gene pool. I am the alpha SpongeBob, and Squidward is the omega.
Ahoy there! Squidward tells me you're looking for the King Jellyfish.
Yeah, but just Mr. Krabs' jump scare. Patrick just leaves the cage and, hello, ahoy there!
Yes?
Good thing, too. That monster has been stinging all my good customers in their poop decks. I hear that you can find him up top of old Spork Mountain here. Go hook that beast, sailor.
Yeah, and then Patrick just, why don't you do it then? I don't work for you.
Oh boy, Mr. Krabs. I'll see what I can do.
What are you waiting for, boy? Go get that King Jellyfish.
You don't tell me what to do. This is my house now, Mr. Krabs. Feel it now, Mr. Krabs? Feel it now, Mr. Krabs? You feel it now, Mr. Krabs? Feel it now, Mr. Krabs? Okay, so anyways, there is a Tartar, basically. They are range-based enemies, and they can actually be surprisingly threatening, especially considering that those globs of tartar sauce, they actually will stick around for a little bit. Yeah, as you can see, basically, we cannot pick him up. We can try, but we just can't. Okay, so anyways. As you can see, we are actually close to affording Mr. Krabs his first shiny object barrier. His first spatula. The barrier, yes, the shiny object barrier. Mr. Krabs is barrier of money.
Hello, Mrs. Puff.
Hello, Patrick. I've got a job for you to do.
Oh boy.
I found a golden spatula, but those robots out on the island stole it and threw it into the lake. If you can figure out how to get it back, you're welcome to it.
Sure enough, Mrs. Puff.
Okay, so anyways. Talk to her, Mrs. Puff is SpongeBob.
Tell me you haven't been driving.
Of course not, Mrs. Puff. I don't even have a license.
Oh, good. Then it was just another bad dream.
Yeah, so basically, characters will interact with other characters differently, with some giving missions to certain characters and others not. So anyways, let's get going and destroy the water fountains. Okay, so anyways, with this one, pretty tame. Just smash and stun. Smash and stun. And then, finally, stun
Hey, my back feels better.
and smash. Oh, right, there's one more. Okay. Yeah, I just love how the robot just ignores Patrick as soon as the cutscene starts. Like, I'm off shift. Okay, so anyways.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Another golden spatula. As Patrick just stares blankly at us, just judging our life choices, asking why we can't live like Patrick.
Well done, Patrick. You're a real star.
Can I get a cookie?
No.
What the hell, Mrs. Puff? I just want a cookie. I'm not asking for a liver. I just want a cookie. Why are you being greedy, Mrs. Puff? This is why SpongeBob tortures you.
Tell me you haven't been driving.
Of course not, Miss.
Oh,
Okay, actually, you know what? While we're doing this, might as well just go back here. If you basically interact with the spatula from the pause screen, you can actually warp to missions. Very nice. Very handy. Yeah, really, basically, just that little feature can basically really help you out, basically. You're done with the level, you can just warp right back to Bikini Bottom. No issue whatsoever. It's so liberating at times, where basically it's not like, oh hey, I gotta collect a star to warp back to Peach's castle, or have to quit out and basically get warped back to the lobby. But why do I sound so petty when I'm like, oh, you have to press the pause button and then you quit out and you go to the lobby? I don't want to take those extra 10 steps in Peach's castle. I have so much I need to do. So much that's beyond taking 10 steps in Peach's castle. Okay. So anyways, let's get going. Now anyways, this sock has always thrown me off because it is so easy to overlook it, because basically the angle that you're running at. You would think, oh hey, this is just a center cliff that just goes right up. No, it is not. Jump on this one right here. And there you are. Another sock is for you. Okay, so let's warp over to... Okay, drain the lake. And they instantly warp you as Patrick, because why not? You need to be Patrick. Thankfully, there's a bus stop. Anyways, new type of tiki. These are shush tikis, or hush tikis, basically. I always get the term mixed up. Anyways, these ones can only be destroyed by SpongeBob, or at least reliably destroyed by him, because if you don't tiptoe, which SpongeBob can do by just lightly tapping the control stick, no other character can tiptoe, apparently. Sandy can't tiptoe, Patrick can't tiptoe. Basically, Patrick, I don't need to tiptoe, SpongeBob, because I have nothing to hide. I am proud of who I am, SpongeBob, and if anyone has a problem with it, I'll just smack him aside. What are they gonna do, SpongeBob? Tell me to leave? This is a shh tiki. SpongeBob will have to sneak up on it in order to destroy it. Patrick may throw things at it from a distance, though that's often not the most reliable of options, at least as opposed to the sneak, which is surprisingly fast. Seriously, SpongeBob can sneak like no one's business. SpongeBob can't even attack while sneaking. Yeah, and not to mention, just SpongeBob's speed is actually not that impeded by sneaking, which can really come in handy. Though SpongeBob's sneak mechanic isn't as well used as you'd think it would be. Okay, so anyways, big combo right there. Okay, so anyways, Tartars, in addition to having a ranged attack, they actually take 2 hits to defeat. So basically, so keep that in mind when you're fighting them. That you just can't blitz them like you would, say, a hammer or a standard. They will die instantly to a Thunder Tiki. Okay, over there. This is the other sock that you can't get immediately. You need to come back with the cruise bubble. We'll be getting this much later. But for now, let's just skip out on it. Okay, so anyways. Thunder Tikis, they are not like the TNT from Crash in that basically they will not explode if you break the Tikis beneath them. It's just solely a you touch them, then it's your problem sort of thing. Okay, so anyways, let's head over here. Take advantage of SpongeBob's agility. Oh, by the way, robots can't survive in goo. And finally, we have the Stone Tiki, the strongest Tiki in the game. These things can only be destroyed by two things. Either A, a Thunder Tiki, or B, the Cruise Bubble. This is Stone Tiki. It cannot be destroyed with ordinary moves. It can be blown up by the Thunder Tikis. So basically, just do that, and boom. Okay, so anyways, on that note, I think that now would be a good time to end things off. I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer, and I hope you come back for the next one. If you'd like to be a like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want. With that, I'll see you next time. Bye.